morning, everyone. Jess here, and it is bright and early. I figured I would send all of you a greeting. Now, last night I did a tutorial on some interesting, like, neon text-looking shit, and it came out nicely. But I figured, since I said I would do one on 3D text eventually, I may as well just go ahead and get it out of the way. The first thing we're gonna do is open up a nice big layer, blah blah, make your text, and we're going to create the 3D stuff first. So this is really easy to do. Um, Basically, you're just going to duplicate the layer and then move it down 1 pixel and left 1 pixel and do that 5 times. All right, just see me doing this 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Set the opacity for each one of these layers to 65%. And you can mess around with it and figure out what works best for you. I use 65 just because I like 65. I don't know why, but it's a nice number. Um, and you can see it kind of gives it already looks thick and angled. Now, we're going to take all of these layers and we're going to hide our base 2 layers, which I'm doing now, so that we can merge all of these together and basically just flatten them together. This will make it to where we can rasterize them and use it just like a normal layer instead of a text layer. So we're going to move that one down, and look at that, it already looks 3D. So I screwed up here. I was looking at it and figured, hey, why don't I do this to the bottom layer and move it up, see how cool it looks. And it didn't really work out. So my bad on wasting like 2 minutes of your time. Well, if that, it's like probably 30 seconds of your time. I'm done. I went through all of this stuff trying to get it right, and then I was like, that looks really ugly. So I backed it up and did it to the original layer that I was going to. But if you see what I'm doing, it's the exact same thing to the top layer, just in a different order. One of the cool things about this is really easy and gives you a nice solid effect. I took it one step further than the 3D, and I made like an extra layer on top of it to really accent that 3D-ness, which we'll get to later in the tutorial. While I'm waiting and dicking around screwing this stuff up, hope everyone's doing well today. I just read Regard's commentary on the host ignorance, and I definitely recommend it if you get a chance. So I just flipped my layers back, and I'm doing it on the rasterized layer this time, which is what I should have done the first time. So put that over to gradient, make the gradient that you want. I recommend using a light color for the top and a dark color for the bottom. That really just keeps it simple and it looks nice. So you'll see me doing that, blah, blah, blah. No, I think I want to go lighter than that. There we go. Alrighty, let's go like 10, 15, 20, 30%, something in that area. Like it was one of the difficult parts is if you zoom in, you can see all of the different layers. See those things? Yeah, we want to get rid of that. Now, this is where it gets kind of a little bit tedious because we want to clean this all up. So we're going to take our polygon lasso tool, and we're going to make a little square. Where the hell's this tool at? Let's see, there we go, found it. All right, we're going to make this little selection here. And we're going to do this for pretty much each letter. And we're going to smudge it, and we're going to smudge it hard. I use the big one for the first couple, and then I changed to a little one. Make sure the opacity is on hard. There we go. That works for me. Doo-doo-doo. Next one. And what that does is that really just blends it all together so that you don't see the layers, and you get the really just nice solid edge to it that makes it look like a 3D block. And you can probably do this with any text you want. I used a simple font here, Copperplate Gothic, because I kind of just like this font. I don't know why, but I like it. It's got that old school, like, British Shakespearean... Was it Shakespeare? No, Shakespeare wasn't. Who the hell was that? Oh, his name, what was sidekick was Watson. I'm dumb. This is gonna kill me. Sherlock Holmes, not Shakespeare. What the hell am I thinking right now? I just woke up. Yeah, Sherlock. So one of the old Sherlock Holmes novels, all the titles were in Copperplate Gothic, and I really remember that because that was one of the first full sets of novels that I ever read. So we're gonna do this to every single letter. Now the cheat's kind of a trick because it's curved. So I'm not going to do that one because I really don't care that much about it. G's an ugly letter anyway. But we're going to first use the right tool, which I did not do, and just clean up edges. You don't have to clean up all of them. I clean up basically the primary ones that people are going to notice, like on the bottoms, because that's a really, really big thing to miss. I'm not going to do the top of the E's. Now, the M, however, I am going to do the inside of, just because it's accented, and you can see down on the bottom point, it looks kind of rigid, so we really want to straighten that out. G, I'll just do the inside of, just for shits. As you can see, I lowered my tool for the smudge. And I don't know why, but this one was really a pain, so I had to do it a couple times because it kept blurring it outside of the area that I wanted it to be in, and that really just kind of pissed me off. So now that it's all clean and shit, we can go back to the right way. So there we go. Get this A done. The hell am I doing? There we go. Got it. Notice we got some more subscribers, and I hope that you guys are watching these things. I'm really looking forward to Obby's Let's Race series, which is using Halo Reach and all of the race maps for the little mongoose, and that's going to be really cool to see. I'm really looking forward to all of it. He's got a lot of maps, and I think we might be doing a throwback series. So if you guys have like Halo 3 and want to get on and do some custom games, well, rock on. We can do that. I know personally, I would definitely be up for that. I am definitely kicking the Halo 3. I prefer it more than Black Ops right now, to be honest. Maybe have Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's kind of a random one to throw out there, but I got that game, and I mean, I get my ass kicked in it half the time, but it's still a lot of fun. I'm going to go over here, fix this A. Don't know why I'm doing it twice. Maybe this is twice. Don't know. But I just wanted to clean that up a bit more than what I originally had, if I did do it. Take the M's, bottom of the M's, because it's obviously a platform piece. And really, this is really simple. It's not rocket science. And it keeps things looking nice. A lot of times it's the small details that makes things look really good. So the small detail that you put into stuff is really what can set it apart from everything else. Now that the M is done, we're going to move on to the last letter, the E, and grab it real quick. I'm just going to do one long piece on this, do it all at once instead of chopping it up like I did the first one. The first E, I only did the right half of it, but this one I'm going to do all of it. Smudge, 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 smudge. There, look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Now, this kind of looks cool, doesn't it? Do you like it? Do the centerpiece of it. Now, you could probably do this with any color you want. I use blue because AG and Thegamepolice colors are blue, and it's just kind of a second habit now. I mean, I don't really care too much for blue, but my favorite color is green because green's the best color in the world. Everything that's green tastes better. Even green M&Ms taste better than all the other M&Ms. And look at this nice thick logo. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one step further because it needs something to really pop it. Now I'm going to make this cool little wavy thing right here. Don't ask me what it is. I just kind of drew. This was a complete whim. And I'm going to delete it. Oops, I got to rasterize first. Back to the layer. So we're going to right click and go up to rasterized text. Now it's a normal layer. We're going to delete it. Delete that selection. All right. So now delete it. See what we got? Oh yeah. Now double click on your layer. Set it to lighten. Lighten overlay. You can pretty much mess with the different styles here to see what you want. And we're going to do some cool things like beveling. Now, this beveling is going to basically just give you an accented highlight on it. Now, we're going to take that a little bit further. We're going to emboss it to really just make it smoother around the edges. You can play with those, and then we're going to go and stroke it. Now for the stroke, we're going to use the same stroke style and design that we did earlier, but we're going to clean it up just a bit. Now, I'm going to go to gradient. Nope, go back to gradient. There we go. And black to dark, but we're going to re-highlight it and go with like a nice bright blue. And there we go. And that kind of just pops it and gives it like an extra little bit of icing on the cake, kind of like a 3D wave layer thing. And I hope all of you have enjoyed this tutorial and it's been helpful for you. If you have any questions on it, drop me a line and I will see you all on the battlefield.